Hello guys, in this video we're going to go over the coordinate system, ordered pairs, and relations. So, coordinate system, I hope you guys remember number line. So you have something like that. And we just have our points labeled on this number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, going on forever, and -1, -2, -3, going on forever. That's your typical number line. Now, a coordinate system is basically just that number line. However, there's also a vertical axis going down the middle, like that. And this vertical axis works the same exact way the horizontal one does. It just has numbers labeled 1, 2, 3 going on. Then it has -1, -2, -3 going on. And that's it. Ooh, no. Alright, so what we call this horizontal axis, we will call it the x-axis. And the vertical axis, we call the y-axis. Using these two axes, if we want to denote any point on this graph, we can simply label the point, say here, and we can denote this point using an ordered pair, which is of the form x, comma, y. That's it. So if we want to describe this point we made right here, this point, to get there, we travel 3 along the x-axis. 1, 2, 3. So this point will be 3, comma, and to get there on the y-axis, we are also traveling up 1, 2, 3. So this point here is 3, 3. We can label any point we want to on this graph. Let's say we have a point here. To get there, we travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along the x-axis. And we travel down 1, 2, 3 along the y. So our y will be -3. And that is the ordered pair for this point. That's about all you need to know for coordinate systems. Just remember that this line, the horizontal one, is called the x-axis. This line is called the y-axis. This is an ordered pair of the form x comma y. And in the middle of the graph, we have what is called the origin. And it is of the point 0, 0. That is what we'd call the origin. Those are the only vocab words you need to know. And if you understand all this, you have a pretty solid understanding of the coordinate system. So, moving on from here, we will quickly talk about relations. Relations are when you have a set of ordered pairs. So let's say we have, for example, -2, 4. Say we have 1, 3. Say we have 3, 4. And I don't know, 0, -3. That works. All right. So this here is what we'd call a relation. Put this in brackets, separate all these. Boom, that's a relation. We have 4 ways of describing a relation. First way is ordered pairs. And this is what we just used right there. That's one way to describe a relation. Another way we can describe a relation is with a table. Third way is using a graph or a coordinate system. We usually just call a coordinate system a graph. And the last way is using mapping. All right, so here we already have the list of ordered pairs. So that's the first way done. Let's try using a table. So if we want to describe this list of ordered pairs using a table, we'll simply start with an X and a Y. Make some boxes here. All right, so this first ordered pair right here, when X is -2, Y is 4. All right, next ordered pair, when X is 1, Y is 3. Next one, when X is 3, Y is 4. And for the last ordered pair, when X is 0, Y is -3. This right here is our table. Finally, we can graph these points. Let me get these off the screen. All right, if we want to graph these points, we have to first draw our coordinate system. That's a terrible line. All right. And again, always label your graph. We have our x and our y-axis. All right, now for the first point is -2, so we are going to go backwards 2 on the x-axis. And y is +4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is our first point there. And we'll label it -2, 4. Then we have the point 1, 3. 1 along the x, 3 along the y. 1, 2, 3. That is our point 1, 3. Then we have 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little on the way, but it's this point here. And that is our point 3, 4. And finally, we have 0. So we're not moving along the x-axis at all. -3. 1, 2, 3. 0, -3. That is our graph. All we have to do is just graph each of these points on a graph, and that is how we describe a relation using our graph. We can get all this out of here, and we'll go on to the last one, which is using mapping. So mapping, we're going to map two things. We're going to map the domain, and we're going to map the range. Okay, domain, you can remember this is how an ordered pair looks, x comma y. Domain is just all the x's in your points, and the range is going to be all the y's in your ordered pairs. So the domains we have for these 4 points are -2, 1, 3, and 0. Let me put these all in a big circle. And the ranges we have in these points are 4, 3, and as we can see here, we just did 4, we did 3. Here we have another 4, but we don't have to write it down again since we already have it once. We can just write 4. And then we have -3. Oop. Let's go back to our red, -3. So again, we have 4 domains, but we only have 3 points, or 3 ranges, because 2 of the points have the same range and we don't have to write it twice. All right, now to finish the mapping, when we have our domain, or our x, as -2, we know that y, or the range, is 4. So we're just going to simply draw an arrow over to the 4. When our domain, or x, is 1, our range, or y, is 3. So again, we can just draw over to our 3. Let's go through it again. When our x is 3, our range, or our y, is 4. So we'll just have another arrow going to 4. And finally, when our domain, or x, is 0, our range is -3. So we'll just draw an arrow over to the 3. And that is mapping complete. All right, I hope you guys have a solid understanding of the coordinate system, ordered pairs, and relations. We went through all the 4 ways to write a relation. They're pretty straightforward. And the coordinate system is also pretty straightforward. It's just 2 number lines, and you can use an ordered pair of the form xy to denote any point on the graph. That's it. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.